Hi friends, this is Ramana. Today I will show demo on pivot example in SQL Server. I have one source data, ICC rank source data. The data looks like in this format. So the headers will be attribute, key value and ID. Under attributes there are player name, country name and rating. Key value contains Joe root, England, 887 points that are for rating, and this one is the rank, ICC rank. So Joe root is the number one giving rank. Like that, there are top 5 rank player details are there. So the data I have in this format. So now I want to load this whole data into SQL tables, and afterwards I will do implementing the pivot operations to make it meaningful and readable data. For that, I need to take two operations here. In SQL table, I have one table called ICC rank underscore table. It contains three fields. It contains three fields: name, details, and ICC rank. So I want to load all these details, these 5 players details into this table, and afterward I will implement the pivot operation. First I'm using the import wizard. Import wizard to import the data from text format to SQL table. For that, going to task, go to import data, go to next. Here it destination is flat file source. To next, browse the data you have in your folder. The files ICC rank is text file. Columns, you need to change the columns. You have any ID. It is showing string. I am changing the data type into 4 byte assigned integer. Next, and this is destination. Destination here I am taking as SQL Server client native. So my server name is admin. My database name is cricket. Go next. So here left side you have the source file, that is ICC rank underscore text. And right side is the destination file. So if you do not create any table, it will automatically create in the name of ICC underscore rank. But I have create one table, that is the ICC rank underscore TV. If you want to map any data types, here you need to map. Here you need to change the type if you want. So in my case, I don't want any mapping, manual mapping. Click next. I want to run immediately. Next and finish. Now the whole 15 rows data will loaded in this table. Player name Joe Road, one is rank, country name England. So all these one commander related to one player details. Second rank details related to other players. That is how the data rank data. We need to make by using pivot operation make the meaningful data and readable data. For that, we need to take pivot operation. So you all know that a pivot operation is transforming the rows into columns. So the data after using the pivot, all rows of the data will be displayed in the column data. So first you need to take the whatever the source detail source column names you need to mention. Select here my source column ICC rank, comma and then name and details are the two other column names. Name and details. This is what that is there in the ICC rank underscore table in SQL. Name and details from this table from rank underscore. First you need to do the whatever the details you have in the source table you have to mention like this. Afterwards you have to give some alias name as I am giving as this a rank underscore tbl. Next you need to mention the pivot operator. Pivot. Afterwards, whatever the values you need to mention some aggregate, you want to perform one aggregate function. Here I am using the max aggregate function on all details. Whatever the details on all details column, I am using the max performation, max aggregate function. Afterwards, here is the keyword for name. In the whatever the name under name, whatever the fields are there, you have to mention each one separate name. Name is the field name in this table. In comma in you have to mention separately within square brackets player name comma country name and rating, and then close the bracket and give one more pivot, one more alias name as I am giving here is pivot underscore pivot underscore tbl, and close this bracket, close one more bracket here. Select, on top of it you need to mention select whatever the fields you want to display under columns. So I need ICC rank, ICC rank, first column, comma, all these column names that are mentioned in the name from everything is going to run the pivot table. It will take close this braces here. Yeah. Now it's good. You run the table now, then you get the meaningful data. It looks like this. So whatever the data we have, I'm showing in Excel sheet. The data in source document is, this is the data in the source document. The data in the source document is all like this. After making that, after implementing the pivot operation, the data looks like this. Is meaningful and readable format. So first you need to mention all the source columns that are there in the table. That is here name, details, and ICC rank. First you need to write this query. ICC rank is first because it's a integer type. Name and details come under second. From you have given the from table name and give the alias name. Afterward, you need to mention the pivot table and use the max function from the details. So max sum, whatever it may be, you need to give some aggregate function in this max function, and for is the keyword. In for you, whatever the details that are there in the names column, you have to mention name in and write the all these column names in the square brackets and give alias name. On top of it, you have to write the required columns for pivot. Required columns after the pivot, that is ICC rank, player name, country name, and rating from this table. This is how you need to write the pivot table. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you very much.